Psalm 137:7-8 Your wrath will be leveled against the nations. Verses 7 and 8 in Psalm 137 reads, Remember, O Lord, against the sons of Edom the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it to its very foundation. Verse 7 is a call to remembrance. Remember, O Lord, your declaration against the sons of Edom, the people of Edomian in that day of judgment, when your wrath will be leveled against the nations that attempted to destroy your people. Do not forget the powers that worked so hard to overthrow your people. The psalmist reminisces about the emotions experienced by the captives in Babylon when asked to play the cheerful songs of Zion, but they could not for fear of debasing the calamity foisted upon their temple in their beautiful city, unable to forget that their relatives, the Edomites, were most active in its destruction when they united with the Babylonians in the work of devastation. We should remember that King Herod the Great was an Edomian, an Egemean, and Cypros, an Arabian of noble descent. In the year BC 47 Julius Caesar made Antipater, a wily Egemean, procurator of Judea, who divided his territories between his 4 sons. Psalm 137:8-9, O daughter of Babylon, you devastated one, how blessed will be the one who repays you with the recompense with which you have repaid us. This is the law of retribution. It is a principle of recompense for the flesh that still influences a child of God today. Galatians 6:7-8, Don't be deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows he will also reap. 8 Because the one who sows to his flesh will reap corruption from the flesh, but the one who sows to the Spirit will reap eternal life from the Spirit. Jesus spoke these corrective words in Matthew 26:52 to Peter, who at that moment yielded to the flesh. Then Jesus told him, Put your sword back in its place, because all who take up a sword will perish by a sword. HCSB, Peter's focus was on the men and means of this world rather than his full dependence on the Lord of Lords. If the Bible were simply a story invented to build on the gracious love of God and validate the sanctity of His word, it would have certainly left this next verse out. Matthew 26:53 Or do you think that I cannot call on my Father, and He will provide me at once with more than 12 legions of angels?